instant lovers duo there towards the bottom side, and we're giving nothing away as far as Dudu and Chovy's pickups here. Certainly a lot of flexibility for what Harmalife have put together right now, and also very happy with what they've seen on the bottom side, as of course Live Sandbox with their cards face up. Nidalee was fairly obvious, and look for that Renekton ban to come through on the Harmalife esports side of the draft. I would think that the stock price of good old Camille and the Renekton quite high, but Gnar as well has escaped the ban list.
If they want to put Chovy on something very aggressive, which considering his form right now would make sense, instead they're going to go for the Azir. And this is interesting because this means that it's actually Arthur that is the focal point of this composition, because these are lanes that, while really strong at creating prio, are not necessarily the strongest before they hit their spikes, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to Arthur, but he will have a lot of space, thanks to the fact that there are actually counter matchups, right? We've seen Gnar versus Gangplank a lot. It's not a fun matchup for the Gnar. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I was expecting out of Fate. This is certainly one of his key picks. And this also gives away the reasoning behind. Croco's still moving on over as Summit after his teleport. Not going to be able to get over here. Fate has the inside track, but there's an Azir coming in as well. And they want to try and fight this one. That's a flash forward from Croco. Spear is going to land, and first blood goes to Summit and the double buffs. I take it all back. It was genius from Live Sandbox.
It works out perfectly, right? You see Croco flash down, you're like, what is happening? Live Sandbox playing to their outs.
Yeah, exactly, and a crash down on the bottom side of the map as well, as Root's taking a bit of damage. Deft, just enough, as Croco's going to come on over. Chovy over here as well, as a track repel comes in. There's the flash crash down, as in goes Chovy, gets the Emperor's Divide. Croco, Primal Surge, keeps himself alive as well, but Vista comes on over, and that's going to be a confirmed kill onto the Olaf. Fantastic work for Harmalife to get Arthur back into this one after the unfortunate death. And this feels like a transition of power for Hanwha, as Effort still not wanting to give this one away, but going to roam on through. Ragnarok is there. It's going to get him out of the sleepy trouble bubble as Cannon Barrage comes down as well. No flash, remember, on Effort, and he's just going to be taken down. Last little axe swing, and that will confirm it. Good sidestep, but Arthur is on the wrong side of the map, and he will be taken down. So a 1-for-1 bubble is going to be a little bit short. A Shifting Sands gets Chovy out, has to flash to get away from that Void Seeker. And Dudu is also going to pay the price. So Shelly will get started again, and Live Sandbox continue to find advantages.
And this is where the strongest as Live Sandbox, right? You're not looking for the later stages, you're not looking for the team fights. No big spikes have been hit yet by Hanwha Life, as we see a huge wave, thank you observers, crashing into the turret there. So a lot was actually missed there, right? Like normally you'd
But Live Sandbox, they're looking to break open the Zoe turret, as we like to talk about. See whether they can actually do enough damage to it. No, she's going to turn her eye around, and there goes the turret. Oh, bubble lands. Chovy tries to flash out, but he's not going to be able to. Croco happy to go aggressive. Spear not going to connect his Fate. Flashing on forward with one that he picked up earlier. And Shirley is going to grab a double charge. Who said that the middle child's not the most important? That's 2 turrets that she manages to pick up, and Harmalife, they're falling further and further behind.
And now they're going to try and stay on this turret. Of course, there is a lot of safety involved here. That goes for the 1v1.
Yeah, plate call is good as Root is going to have to use that killer instinct. Out goes Vista. Battle Dancer's back to Deft as well. Crashdown's great. Magnet Storm's fantastic as the feathers fly, but they don't do enough. And that's the double kill coming through from Fate. And I think that first in the LCK for damage percent is going to continue.
And it's such a quick game as well, right? Like, Live Sandbox are just looking insanely strong here. We talked about you want to out-tempo Hanwha Life. Yes, they have a lot of priority in those lanes, but that was given up quickly with the initial skirmish. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting on a composition with free scaling carries and an Olaf that can't really push his lead because he hasn't gotten one in the first place. He died really early on. And then Fate and Croco, man. Look at that. That's not okay.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Oh. And Croco, like, this is exactly what he did in the Kesper Cup, right? He just, like, put on clinics on the Nidalee over and over again. As this was a little bit unfortunate for Root, but still, he's able to get out with the flash. And, of course, 2 versus 4, not going to be good enough here for the bottom lane of Harmalife.
It's such nice layering there as well, right? And even the Cannon Barrage doesn't really change the fact that they're already on top of them. They're already effectively taken
in
down.
the mid lane now. Is Croco. Here's the sandwich. Ward goes down, teleport comes in. It is going to be a 4 versus 3. Root still making his way over, but has the killer instinct available. Good knockup as Chovy comes in. Emperor's Divide is massive effort, trying to flash himself out. Are they too far behind though? As it's a 1-for-1. The Gangplank takes down the Rel, but Rel isn't super important right now as just obliterates Deft. And in this chaos, that's where Liv Sandbox thrive.
And Liv Sandbox seem to have done it here. They seem to have broken Hanwha Live, and this from a team that was on such a rough losing streak that didn't look like they really had found their identity yet. They found it here. It's all in early. Go for these skirmishes, go for the beat, and by the time you think they figured it out, they get beaten again. They get like absolutely demolished, and I think that this is one where you go back into the drafting board next game. Okay, we could not get away with this. We took too many early game bad skirmishes, and with this comp, you're in for a whole lot of pain. Second turret about to fall as well.
Yep, Deft at half health already, does still have the Featherstorm as here's the Desperation engage. They look for Root, who's going to get over the wall, but he's burning down. The last tick will do it from the Ignite. So now no Kai'Sa for Liv Sandbox, and they will back away. So the mid inhibitor does go down. They at least save bottom lane for the moment. Liv Sandbox are just going to appreciate a reset as Deft might just die, but no, thankfully, that siege minion in the way. And Deft will be allowed to clear out. Caught out with the bubble. Chovy's going to soak the Paddle Star, and they're just slowly but surely falling down. The quickness goes in, but it's more defensively than offensively as the bubble barely misses Chovy, but they're just trying to get their position. Empress Divide into the backline as Fate's going down so low, but he's got the stopwatch. He's going to be okay. Cannon Barrage trying to keep Dudu in it, and Fate's still raining damage down from everywhere. It's a double kill from the limping Zoe, and a double also through for Summit. They should be able to grab this Elder if they'd like to, but this is definitely game over.
Beautifully played there from Liv Sandbox. The restraint on this team, because we said it, if you do go for an immediate all-out fight, if you try to force it, it might still go alright. Instead, they play it so slow. Summit, Croco and Fate got so much damage done before that fight even began, and you see Hanwha Live just slowly having to see territory again and again and again. All the resources get used, the health bars get whittled down, and they're not in a position to engage. And then once all the health bars have gone for Hanwha Live, Liv Sandbox say, this is our game, this is our win, and they close it out masterfully.
It was so beautiful, the patience you